Hello everyone, welcome to Math 117 winter term session. Today is the first day. I would like to give you a brief introduction about what we're going to do in this class. So first you need to go to log into D2L. You're going to see the page like this, and first thing you need to do is you go to read the syllabus. Okay, the syllabus has the introduction about what are we going to do, and what is the discussion, each the grid policy, everything. Okay, so read the syllabus, and then next thing you need to do is print out the course schedule. You can click either one of that. This is a document, or this is a Word document, is a PDF. You can click either one of them. This has a very detailed schedule about this class. So first day is today you have introductory discussion, and tomorrow the first assignment is due, and then you have 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. Every day you have a work due date, because this is the winter session. It's really short, only 2 weeks, no more than 3 weeks, right? It's going to be end at 20. So basically we're going to have 2 weeks and plus 3 more days, so 2.5 weeks, which is really short. So our schedule is pretty tight. Make sure you finish all the work every day. I will provide videos for every lesson, okay, for every work. So today what you need to do first, you go to click discussion and introduce yourself. Besides that, you need to go to proof of participation exercise, proof of participation exercise, this one. Okay, you have to do the proof of participation exercise. If you don't do that, you're going to be dropped off from the class. Click this and just type anything. For example, I just type instead, okay, proof of participation. Because if you don't reply this one, which means you're not participating in this class yet, you will be dropped out from the class. Okay, so just say hello everyone. Math 117 class online. Okay, so you need to do that. Finish the proof of participation as soon as possible. It's the first day of thing, you have to do that. Then the next thing is introduce yourself. You can just briefly introduce yourself. It doesn't have to be like a very long essay to 300 words. See anything you want to introduce about yourself. Hello, my name is what I'm going to do. So it's just a very short discussion. Okay, so the very important thing for you to do besides that, this is the proof of participation. Let me see. Yeah, it's right here. Proof of participation exercise. You need to do this and do the introduction. Then the most important thing for you to do is Mylabsplus. Okay, you click into Mylabsplus. You should be able to see your you click here, you should be able to see the work. But if you click it, you have to ask you to buy the access code. So to click in the access Mylabs system, for example, this is the introduction. You click in, you will have this page. This one, you see this window. It says accept or decline. You have to buy the access code for this course. Once you buy the access code, you're going to have the ebook online available for you to read. We also have online course materials for you to read as well. So you can choose access code to click this one, buy it. You can click buy. If you have it, you just input the access code. If you don't have it, buy now. You can buy it here. If you don't have money right now, you can choose pay later and continue. Once you choose pay later, you click next. You're gonna have 14 days. You're gonna have 14 days to do the work. The good thing is, this is a short session, right? If you can finish everything within 2 weeks, probably you will never have to pay it, because it's done. You're done with the class, right? Well, if you cannot, most of you, if you cannot do that, let me think, 2 weeks, right? So our class is just 2 weeks and a half, 2.5 weeks. Okay, so it's your choice. If you can finish the class within 2 weeks, you probably don't have to pay it. I'm not sure, right? Okay, so you can just, it's all by yourself. Okay, so now next, once you choose pay later or you pay now, you can finish your work and you can start going to the course home. You're going to click the course home, click it, course home, and you have homework. Okay, then check all assignment, homework, and they're going to come to here, all assignments. All assignments, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4 until 10. You have 10 assignments, and also 3 exams. The exams will be open book, open notes exam. So each exam you can start anytime you want. Normally have the deadline. The good thing about the winter session is I give out all the work out, but for each one I have deadline. You don't have to wait until the last day to do it. For example, today I have a whole day. I can do more than just one topic. I can finish 3 topics or 4 topics. It depends on yourself. You can read the book and do all the topics. A lot of the work are very simple, especially topic 2, topic 3, and the mean value, standard deviation. Very simple topics. You can finish them in one day. Finish several topics in one day. The next one, I will provide videos for every section of how to do the problems. The exam is open book, open notes, and it's 12 problems. 12 problems for each exam. You can use your book, use your notes. Okay, you can prepare for it. It's normally if you know how to do the homework, it should be fine with the exams as well. So this is the major work of this class. We will also have, besides this, we'll also have discussions. Discussion is not a big problem. You just finish your discussion and we'll have like a discussion data collection. Say anything about the discussion, right? It's not a really, you don't have to say, oh, I have to make a very long publication essay, something like that. Just say a few words, find some data, finish the discussion. Okay. So since the winter term, I will not expect you to spend a lot of time on the discussion. Okay, but you just have to finish the discussion, response 1 or 2 discussion, that'll be fine. You have to finish the homework, all of the homework in Mylabsplus, and also we will have 2 projects. Let me say, project here. There's a project. I'm going to assign a group project members. Also introduce the project to you later as well, so you don't have to worry about the project right now. So today, I would suggest you go finish the discussion, introduce yourself, finish the proof of participation, and start working on the assignment. Okay. So math, Excel orientation assignment. This is pretty simple. I can show you how to do that. You click continue, continue. Type 1, check the answer. Yes, okay, continue, and type the number shown pop-up. Click it. Is 6. You just type in 6, right? So this is just introduction work. It will not be very hard. For next one, continue, type in 1. Oh, why do I do similar exercise? You can move on to next one. Okay, so you can do the next one. Save the best score. Always save the best. Okay. So which one is smiling face? I think this one is smiling face, not this one, right? So next one, number 3. 1 plus 1 equals 2. Which one is true? 2 minus 1 plus 1 equals 2. No, not this one. 1 plus 1 equals 2. 1 times 2 equals 2. This. Okay. So, oh, I don't have the similar exercise. Number 4, save best score. Get credit for this. It must be correct. Right. Number 5, 4 plus 1 equals 5. This is just orientation about how to use the software. How do you type in? I'll continue the question. Continue the question. Continue the question. Okay, so it says select the answer that shows the answer complete, meaning that you don't have to do anything else. Okay, this is complete. This have an empty space here, so A is complete, right? Alright, so enter x squared, x square. If you do square, do shift and up, okay, and then so x squared divided by 3. That's pretty simple one, right? If you don't know how to do the x squared here, you can do you can use the always type in software to help you. Okay, so multiple answers. If you use a comma on all of them, comma, 1/2, 1/2, this is what? Choose the answer that has the comma entering correct positions. The comma here, comma here. Okay, this is not wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong, so it's A, right? So this probably only take about like at most 5 minutes to shift to here and check the answer. At most 5 minutes to finish all of this work. You shift to here and check the answer. Okay, I would think it's pretty simple. You can click the graph, use this and click this one to here, and then save and check the answer. Okay, so that's not correct. It says I'm not correct. I think I did something wrong here, but it's not a big problem. Clear all, clear. If it is wrong, clear it and click it again and choose that and put it here and put it here and save and check the answer. Oh, it says put on what? Draw a dashed line, use the points 0, 0 which are shown on the graph and show the region of the graph above. Okay, above. It's not just graph or line. So you have to choose this one and the graph this above and check it. This is what above the dashed line. Oh, I need a dashed line, right? So this. Okay. So next one, adding the result, adding numbers and give it data. So you're adding all of them, right? It's not a big problem. You can add all of them together. I can open the Excel with StatCrunch. I don't want to do that. 4 plus 5, 4 plus 8, 12, 21. And add numbers in data set by hand and add coin. You copy the data, it can calculation for you. I'm just adding to the Excel. But that's much easier. Well, either one is going to be fine. Open the Excel. Let me see. Okay. So once you open the Excel, you can have all the numbers like this, right? And the sum is 55. So type in 55. Okay. Next question. And draw a solid vertical parabola. So vertical parabola, choose the parabola and then go from here and match it and check the answer. And choose this one, choose a circle and goes to here and up, like match those two and click save, check the answer. And click the graph. Use the graph execute function and have vertical stretch of 3, horizontal stretch of 1, a vertical shift of 0, horizontal shift of 5, and reflect over the x-axis. Okay, this requires a little bit of work. Right. So it's good thing is you can do that right here. So what it says, have update information of vertical stretch of 3, so type in 3, and horizontal stretch of 1, and a vertical shift of 0, horizontal shift of 5, so shifted this to 5, 3, 4, 5. And then what? Reflect over x-axis. Okay, just check one by one. Vertical shift, horizontal shift, horizontal stretch, vertical shift, horizontal shift, reflect over x-axis. So that's it. And save and check the answer. Yep. Okay. So this is how you do that. You can always make 100. If you do it wrong, you can do. If you do it wrong, you can always come back to do it. Okay. So if you do it wrong, this is the continue here. Between 4 and 5. For example, between 4 and 6 is 5, right? If, for example, you got it wrong. Wait. Oh, I thought it should be 5 anyway. And you got 100 right. Okay, so for this is for the orientation. It probably takes about 5 minutes. So next work you need to do. You can see you got 100. You can see your score here. See your score. This is important. Tomorrow is due by tomorrow, but I want to finish it like start over today from today. So it's due on the 4th. So for example, choose the correct answer below. The first section of question is a kind of like a very general introduction of statistics. It does not have any numbers. None of them are word problems. You read it, and according to common sense, you can make the answer right. For example, statistics is a science of connecting, organizing, summarizing, and analyzing information to draw a conclusion, answer questions. In addition, statistics about providing measure of confidence in any conclusions. Okay, so ABCD, if you do it wrong, you can do, for example, if I choose it wrong, check the answer, oh, it's not right, and then you check B, and oh, you got it wrong again. What do? It's okay, and you just click try again. You can do it again. It's a science of that, and then check the answer. Okay, so you got it right, which means you can get all of the answers right, right? So read your textbook and understand about what is parameter, what is a statistic. Parameter is about the data from population. Statistics is the data from a sample. So the value of parameter, because the quarterback pass is a population, in a whole game. Okay, so it's like everything, like all the data together have a parameter. Okay, if it's from a population is everything. If it's from population, it's a parameter. If it's from a sample data, it's statistics. Okay. So following the election, 18% of the governors of all 50 areas of the country were female. So the value is a parameter because the governor of all 50 areas of country are population. So it says all 50. So it's a population. Okay. Population, you have a this one. Determine whether the variable is a qualitative or quantitative. Okay, qualitative is not measurable, it's something, okay, qualitative, right? Quantitative is numbers. So grams of carbohydrates in a donut. So this grams is measurable. It's quantitative, right? Okay. Qualitative is good, bad. Quantitative is 5, 6, 7, like numbers. All right. So favorite book, qualitative, is not, there's no numbers, so it's qualitative, you can't measure it. Amount of water in a duck's ball, this is okay, you can measure this. If it's measurable, it's continuous. If it's not measurable, it's discrete. So the amount of water, can we measure it? Yes, we can measure it. So it is continuous because it's not countable. It's measurable, right? It's continuous. Okay, it's continuous. It's measurable, not countable. Countable is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's countable. It's one by one. Measurable is like it's continuous measure, like a distance. Okay, it could be stopped any place, so it's measurable. Weight carried by a soldier in combat. The weight is measurable. It's not countable. It's not 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? I think it's continuous. So it's not countable, it's continuous. Okay. You measure the weight. Alright. So the rest of the answers you can, I don't think it's very hard. Even you do it wrong. For example, this one you do objective or not objective to determine the numbers of adults in paying their tax to the government. If it's objective, you click. If it's wrong, okay, you can do a similar exercise again. So if you don't, okay, it's D. And if you do next one, the country adults, that's a sample. The country's government adults in 18 old in the world. This one. If it's not right, it's going to be. If it's not right, you can do it again. All of these are word problems. Okay, so you can try a similar exercise. For example, I just randomly check it, and if it's wrong, I can do it again. You can do that again. Oh, I'm so lucky get all of the answers right, right? Okay, so okay, so you can do, for example, you do it wrong. I have 2 runs, right? So I can similar exercise. I can do all of these problems over again. And the problem for this work, I would think you can take about like 30 minutes at the most. For me, if you do it, you read the textbook. I would suggest you spend 1 hour, read the textbook, have understanding of the problem, then do the problems with the textbook. I would think 1 hour should be more than enough to finish the problems, out of these 21 problems. I don't see any of numbers is all of common sense of understanding the statistics. If you do it wrong, just do it over again. Check the answer is all multiple choices. Not even tell is all multiple choices. If you do it wrong, just to check the answer again. The most important thing for you to do is understand the problem. Oh, there is our numbers here. The human resource have that, and what is K? Okay, so the human resource wants a survey that sample size is 60. So K, I think, is 60. A sample size, right? N over N is K. Okay, so it tells you how to do it. You divide it. So 64 divided by that is about 100. Let me say. You can do 6427 divided by 60 equals 107. So just the rounding 107 or 108. I think it's 107. Okay. So now determine the individuals who will be administrating the survey. Randomly select a number from 1 to K. Suppose the randomly selected 7. Start with the individual selected, then the individual will be 7. So next to the one 14, right? So last one will be what? 7 plus, because random selected 7. So next one is 107 plus 7. So last one should be 7 plus 107 times something. 107 times 60. Let me times 60. 627. Okay, so last one is 6427. Let me see. I think the last one. Let me check. Double check again. So start from 7. The random number starting from 7. So random. Suppose that random select 7. Start first individual selected. The individual selected will be 7. Next number is 107 because size of 60. Let me say 60 is divided is 107 plus 7 is 114, and 7 plus something goes to that. Check. The last number. What is the last number? Minus 7 divided by 107. 60. The last number should be 7 plus some number plus next one 114. Sample size is 60. Okay, so what about 60 times 106? Because the first number is 59 times 15. We have 59. The first one is 7. 59 times 107 plus 7. Okay, so it's 6320. Okay. So I think you can finish this problem by yourself. It will not be really hard for you to work on the multiple choices. Okay, if you do it wrong, and you can do a similar exercise here again. So by tomorrow, you have to finish this one, this homework. Okay, I would provide like a very detailed work videos, like homework videos for you for if later on if it's hard problems coming out. Okay, so the first topic. The second topic I can give you a little bit help right now. Second topic is 11 problems. The pie chart below depicts the average beverage size. What is the most popular size? What percentage of customers choose the size? Most one is the largest one, right? Wait. Let me see. The pie chart depicts the average size per choose the fast food restaurant A to C. What is the most popular size? Oh, most popular size is X is 56. It's yellow. Yellow is X large. Okay, my bad. The next one, what is the least popular? Least popular is the smallest one, which is small, is green, which is small. And what is percentage of customers choose the medium size? Choose medium size 20%. Just choose 20%. And next one, in a poll, a random sample of that, when you see emphasizing a product made in a country, most likely buy it. Will that what proportion of 18 to 34-year-old respondents are more likely to be made in that country? What portion of 35 to 44-year-old response are more likely to buy that made in their country? So the proportion of 80 to 34 respondent is more likely, so it's blue, and it's 0.7, right? Proportion is 0.7. So production 35 to 44, more likely is 0.57. Because more likely is blue. The blue is 0.7, blue is 0.57. Okay. So continue, you can finish the rest of that. What age group has the greatest proportion that are more likely to buy when they're made in that country? So 0.7 is the biggest one, more likely. It's going to be this age group, 18 to 34, because this is 0.7. Okay. And I just feel like it's pretty simple. Oh, we have continue again. Which group have majority of respondents who are less likely to buy when they're made in the country? Less likely is going to be 0.99. So you have 35 to 44. Okay, less likely we are looking for green one, right? Green one is this one, 55 plus. Okay. Oh, we have one more. And continue. What is the apparent association between age and likelihood buy when they made in the country? As age decrease, as age increase, they're more likely. The likelihood as age increase. So does likelihood to buy homegrown. The age increase, they won't buy made in the country. They don't want to buy made in the country. Less likely. Likelihood to buy home increase. Decrease, age decrease, yeah. Okay, because it's decrease, the age increase is less likely they're going to buy homegrown product. So if it's a younger age, they're kind of the more likely to buy made in that country. Okay, so it's pretty simple one. Number 3. Okay, construct a relative frequency distribution of the data. So relative frequency, I'll show you how to do that. You open that, you see that, open in StatCrunch. Always open in the StatCrunch. You can see the data is open in the StatCrunch. Okay, if you use a StatCrunch, it's going to be very simple for you to do a lot of things. So construct a relative frequency distribution of the data. So you can do that. Stat graph relative frequency, right? So you can do frequency summary calculators summary of the I see a frequency. So frequency response onto the frequency compute. So here this is the double check. So count frequency 1. Okay, this is not right. I think I have to add it again. Response. No. Okay, so let me check. The frequency is this. Relative frequency is this one divided by the total. Oh, we ask you for relative frequency. Let me try again. So tables frequency. We want to know relative frequency, and select this one. I want to know relative frequency compute. Relative frequency is not. It should not be 0.2. Let me add it again. Select columns. So let me check. Frequency. This is response. This is the frequency. After the relative frequency is this number divided by the total. You can use calculator, but I think this one will give you more quicker result. Frequency tables. Okay. Select columns, frequency table, frequency, grouped by response. And I want to do cumulative frequency, relative frequency. I only want to know the relative frequency, right? It should not be 1. It's not using this number yet. I think I have to do it again. Why it's not like that? It's not right. Contingency outcome table. Clumps frequency, I think that's what we do. And I choose the select the clumps. And I choose frequency, no, relative frequency statistics. And well, it's not 0.2. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I think I will find how to do this one later. But I can show you how to use the Excel to do it. Okay. So in this one, the relative frequency is the number divided by total. So you can see the total is what? Total is 3,086.7. So equals 1181 divided by not 81. Choose this one divided by what was the previous one? You can do sum. I forgot that number. 3,867. Right down here. Equals this number divided by the total is relative frequency, and then equal. And then you drag it down. Not H2. I need to change that into 3867. And then I put and I drag it down. Okay. So what you need to do is just copy these numbers into this table here. Okay. So let me show you how to do that. You copy this. Oh, I can't copy it. I just 3 decimals, 0.305, 3 decimals, 0.2467, 0.229, so 230, 0.135, 0.083. Okay. What proportion of the tickets were for New York? So it's 20%, so it's 0.23. And you construct a shape of this one. So what you can do this, or you can just graph. Review page, view a graph. Let me say. You can do a bar, this one. So we compare this one with this one. Is more likely this. They're very close because the second one, the Orlando or New York are very similar. So it's going to be C. Okay, and continue should be pretty simple. Construct a relative frequency. Relative frequency should be very similar as well. It should be like this because the number and the relative frequency should have the same trend. Okay. So then you can finish the continue again, or continue. So construct a pie chart. The pie chart, you can just use this. Let me delete this. Insert a pie chart. You could choose the pie chart here. Yes, okay. So you can just compare the pie chart with this one. The blue one, Las Vegas should be big, should be like a blue. It's either A or D. Let me see. You have very small one. Compare this one with this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Orlando and the green are pretty similar. It's either A or D. Sorry, A or C. Okay, it's A. Alright, so I'll have continue one more. A local news broadcast reported that 8.3% of tickets purchased from the airline for flights to San Diego. What is wrong with this statement? Purchase from the airline flights to a local news reported 8.3%. Okay, let me see. 8.3% from an airline. What's wrong? No level of confidence provided along with the estimate. There's nothing wrong with the statement. The percentage is incorrect. The percentage should be correct. Okay, so this is airline offers discount from Atlanta to 5 American cities. Below is the frequency. This is from Atlanta to 5 cities. So now what is this? Purchase from airline flights locally based from the airline for flights to San Diego. It doesn't say anything about Atlanta. So I mean the percentage rate is either it will be low level confidence provided with the estimate. I think it's this one. Okay, it's not say like a low level of confidence of that statement. Okay, this should be pretty much very similar. You can do the relative frequency. You use the number divided by all of them. It's a relative frequency. It's the same idea as you're doing this one here. Okay, you have 11 questions. If you need any help, just let me know. Okay, so the frequency stuff should be pretty simple. Let me see. The last one. Let me see. There's this one here. You can open the last one. You open it in the StatCrunch. It says to graph the leaves, right? Graph leaves, stamina leaves, variable 1. Outline trimming, no. Okay, so I have 4, 2, 3. You compare this one and this one, and you can tell which one is right. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9. So 4, 4, 2, 3. 5, you have a long one. 2, 2, 3, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1. Okay, this is not right. This is pretty much, I think this is right. 2, 0, 0. Compare this one, which one is right? 5, 5, 5, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2, 4, 4, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2, 4, 4, 2, 4, 4, 5. This one has a 5. No, we don't have 5 here, so this one is right. Okay, so that's how I do this last one. So you should be able to finish them real quick, like the topic 2. Number of that, you can open Excel. Frequency, I think it's just you can do it with the StatCrunch here. Let me double check it again. Stat table frequency, number of this. Okay, this has a frequency. You see, there's number of frequency, relative frequency 1, 2, 3 until 7. So you just copy that numbers, frequency data. It doesn't see anything. Okay, just 10. Just type in 10. 10, 6, 6, 3, 3, 3, 4. And relative frequency, you have to copy that, paste it. 2 decimals, 2, 9, 7, 1, 7. 8, 9.09, 0.09. I can just paste it. And 6 is 0.9, and number 8 is 0.11. Next one is 0.11. Okay, So from result part B, what percentage of stretches over the height? We have 3 pathons. Okay, so it's 3 is going to be 17%. Is this one, right? This one is 17%. What percentage have 5 or more? 5 or more is this 3 together. So 0.5 or more is 9 plus 9 plus 11 is 18 plus 11, so 29%. And you have to graph this one. You can graph it. Graph 6, 10, 10, 3, 3, 4. So the first one is 1 is 10. 10 should be very big. Is this one. Relative frequency, right? Relative frequency should have the similar shape as well. This is not. It's not a. It's a skewed. It's not uniform. It's not bell-shaped. It's skewed to the left. Skewed to the right. Skewed to the left. Okay, if it's skew to the right. Skew. Not, I don't think it's uniform. It's not bell-shaped. It's skewed to the right. Okay, so that's how we do that one. I don't think I think it should be not a big problem for all of the problems. I introduced most of them. Is read the problem, use the common sense of your choose the answer below. Family, what they expect a system bell-shaped uniform. Choose the correct answer below. For number of children in a family, state whether you should expect a histogram of data to be bell-shaped, uniform, or skew left or skew right. A number of children in a family, so it's going to be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Will stay probably bell-shaped. If it's not 1, 2, okay. So it says, despite if it is plausible, most families have 1, 2, 3 children, with a few families have a higher number of children, so it's not uniform. Okay, so it's not bell-shaped. Uniform is 0, 1, 2 have the same. Very few people have a lot of children. Most people have 1 or 2 kids, so it's going to be skewed to the right. Okay. Alright, so it should be fine for all of these questions. It's not really hard experiment. It's just a very simple experiment data. You look at the graphs, use the common sense, you can figure out yourself. This is the first topic and the second topic. Okay, please finish them as quick as possible because this is a winter course. You have to finish everything as soon as possible. You don't want to miss the deadline. Alright, so I'll provide this video now.